threat of disaster is never pleasant.
Welcome to the Casual Preppers Podcast.
These safety measures are essential.
The only place for prepping, survival, and entertainment.
This will be your source of survival instructions and information. Every member of the family must be coached in the business of survival.
Here are your hosts, Cam and Kobe.
Arr. I know it looks like it's a cigar, don't it? The fine folks at Blackbeard.
Arr. It's a fine fire starter.
Yeah, they sent us some fire starters. We're pretty excited.
Yeah.
We're going to start a fire.
We're all wrapped up, this nice little rope.
Yeah.
Wonder how much burns.
Thanks, fellas. Thanks.
Thank you, matey.
Yes. What's going on?
Well,
buddy,
it's a Q&A.
It is.
I love this podcast.
Favorite podcast of the month.
Yeah.
Today.
It's so nice because you guys do all the work and we just answer it.
It's work for us, too. We got to go read
is.
all this stuff. We got to interpret what you guys are asking.
Some of them. I was just reading one this morning. Again, I was like, man, I still don't, I think I know what he's trying to say.
I know, it's funny.
We'll get to that.
You guys are cool. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You guys are good. But Cam, we're excited.
We are.
But before we get into that, I want you to tell me about the Prepper's Medical Handbook.
Okay, I'll tell you. Yeah,
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff to remember with prepping.
There really is.
You got to remember water, food, and all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Self-reliant medical care is no exception.
Nope.
That's how you stay alive. That's how
It's
you
true.
put Band-Aids on,
Yeah.
take care of each other. But the Prepper's Medical Handbook by noted wilderness medicine expert and survivalist William W. Forgy, dude knows what he's talking about.
He does, yeah.
He's an MD, and he provides the basis of prevention and identification of long-term management of the survivable medical conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Tells you what to do when you can't return from a broken down grid.
Yeah.
Okay? The organized structure of this book is like what I like the best. It's super easy to read. There's not a bunch of medical jargon, and it even has like diagrams and pictures, stuff you can do and not have to read.
Crossword puzzles.
Yeah. It really, it's a book that you can just throw in and refer back to over and over for simple medical training. Like, you don't have to have, all the MD and PA and NP and RN. Mm-hmm. It's simple to read. It's super worth it, and you can get it at Amazon.com.
It's great.
Yeah.
You can also go to his website and check out all his stuff at preppersmedicalhandbook.com.
Yeah. It's an awesome book. You should get it.
You definitely should. But thank you guys for sending in all the questions. We had a freaking ton. Oh, and Cam, by the way, we have a little prize pack that we're giving out to our favorite question, and I'm giving that over to you. You get to pick. Okay?
All right.
So by the end of this episode, remember, you gotta choose which one it is. Okay?
I'll do it.
Okay, be thinking about it.
Okay.
Our first one came from Tatro Jacob. He says, what are your thoughts on unprepared extended family members who you share close relationships with?
Relationships.
Shits. I just got a relationship with him.
I mean, they're family. So I figured telling them off, as if they were strangers, should be understood because they know you.
Yeah, exactly. Huh?
You've got a plan for it.
You
know there's going to be people that you care about or you're tied to, unfortunately, that are going to need some additional.
And I've said this before. It's like if you can't do that, why are you prepping? What's the point? If I can't help, I mean, I don't know what he means by extended family members, but if they're close,
we're all extended. We're all children.
We're all related at some point. But I think you got to have some sort of a plan. Okay, I really love this uncle or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I can help him, so I'm going to do something.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah. No, I agree. And like you said, one of our biggest reasons is to get more people prepared so you don't have to end up in this situation.
Yeah, exactly.
We want everybody to be prepared so you don't have to give up all your stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, the more people you can bring on board, the easier it's going to be for you in any situation out there.
Yeah. Get the questionnaire out there. Get the survey out there.
Yeah, the MPP. Get it going. Maybe you do an FPP, the Family Protection Plan.
Yeah, there you go.
You know?
Are you part of the family?
Yeah. Don't ever go against the family. That's a really bad Godfather joke. What was that?
That's your COPD, uncle.
That's the one. Yeah, it's got diabetes and
They're
COPD.
Is he the father of the family? No, he has COPD.
Nah.
He sounds like
he just ain't taking care of himself. You know?
The preparedness guy asks, since you are the primary prepper in your home, you're the patriarch prepper.
Yeah,
like
me.
most of us. If SHTF and you are temporarily or seriously injured and bedridden, and your family has to take care of things, how do you think that'll work out for you?
I don't know. So this is a hard question to answer because it very much depends on what this SHTF situation is. Because, if it's just maybe an extended power outage or something like that, I think they're going to be fine. They're going to live through it. Everything's going to be fine. But, if it's anything that has any sort of scary threat outside of our home, I don't know.
Sucks.
Like I said, we're just going to have to drink the Kool-Aid and drift off into the night because...
Just turn my bed over to the door and I'll just hold a pistol toward it. Anybody come through?
What's the show where he's just sitting there against a tree and he's killing people at the end?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Isn't that on...
one of the war movies.
Yeah, it's on Lone Survivor.
Is it Lone Survivor? Yeah, exactly. That's going to be me. The kids and the wife are just like, we can't do it. We're not going out. My wife would just, no. She doesn't want anything to do with anything that is scary.
I know.
You're like, I just don't want to be there.
I don't know. I think it'd be tough. And thinking of my wife having to take care of the kids, like, without any support, she'd probably be like, you guys got to figure that on your own. Good luck. Send them out into the wilderness.
Just let them go.
It's time to grow up and learn. Your father can't help
him.
you, can't teach you anymore.
She got a white fang him. Go on, get out of here.
Yeah. Get out of here.
I don't even like you. Go.
This is sad, but it's... Yeah. So,
for your own good.
Yeah. I don't know. That's going to be tough.
Yeah, it is. It'd be a
Depends on how disabled. Are you like modern day disabled where you have no disability and you want disability? Or are you like completely disabled?
Yeah, I don't know. That's toughy. It's very toughy.
It's a good question, though.
I was trying to just figure out what you're writing here, but it's in Alaska, and I'm like, what is that? But the A on Alaska.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's Alaska?
I was like, just tell your son, like, send him out on some endless errand.
Yeah.
Son, you need to get this medicine. It's in Alaska. It's the only one that'll save your father.
Yeah.
I don't know why I talk like this because I'm your mother.
Just the way that Alaska was spelt with the space in there.
I
was
trying
to figure
at like
it out.
11:30 at night. I'm like,
that's funny. All right, crafted by Tim.
Oh, cool. What'd you craft?
He crafted this question. He says, been playing some DayZ in my downtime. What games do you guys like to play in your downtime?
Well,
what?
You got to answer it first.
Oh, you want me to go? Okay,
I'm commenting on your...
Sorry. I haven't played much video games for the past maybe 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
But when I do get back to it, it's usually like my old trusty Civilization.
Yeah.
It's the one that I always go back to. And I do love DayZ, and we loved it. We played it quite a bit back in the day.
It was great in the beginning.
Oh, super fun.
Super buggy.
Well, it's probably
still is a little buggy,
better now, but I just haven't really got back to it.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not as grown up as Colby. I still play games.
As a grown up.
But I get like once a week.
Yeah.
It's the only time that I've like set aside. My wife basically has set aside. She's like, you can do it now. Don't do it anymore.
Don't talk about it. Don't think about it.
Yeah.
Don't look at anything.
But I usually
about
get
it.
on with my brother and we'll play like Age of Empires. We've been playing that a lot lately, which, man, what is that game like 25, 30 years old?
Gosh,
They've like refreshed it a little, but
yeah.
Still playing the ones from the beginning of time.
It's so frustrating, that game, though. It's like you build all this stuff up and it's all gone in an instant.
I know.
It's like
you make this massive armies that get butchered by some like a bombard tower.
And it's all gone in like 2 seconds. Like, what the crap?
That's when I got married. I would play it once in a while. My wife got so irritated with the because you're getting attacked or like stupid, like a wolf's attacking one of your villagers. But and I love DayZ. It's like one of my favorite all time of like a survival game.
Yeah,
I think part of it's what helped this podcast come together because we just talked about how we love games like that.
Well, in our original podcast, we actually interviewed the guy who was developing the game. It was the worst interview ever in the face of the planet.
Had no clue what we were doing.
But as
usual.
How did we get him on the podcast?
I don't know how he's like, okay. Yeah.
It's like,
and he just developed a brand new game that came out.
Did he?
Now, what's his name again?
He's not with Brian, what the hell is his name? Brian?
Hicks?
Brian Hicks.
Yeah.
He's not with the Bohemian anymore.
He's got his own little...
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways. So yeah, DayZ's a great one. Lately, like, my opinion on games is like the pro gamer thing has ruined it. Like, I just feel like it's crowded and overpopulated with like little 13-year-olds that just rape you.
Yeah.
So I play like once in a while. I'll get on a hunting game or Red Dead and do hunting on there.
Yeah.
But Rocket League once in a while, like that's my 15 to 30 minute downtime go to.
Nice.
That's about it.
Good.
Yeah. We were playing. I really liked The Division.
Oh, it was
That's
fun,
one of the
dude.
best ones me and you played
It's
together.
super fun, yeah.
So
and The Last of Us, obviously.
The Last of Us was amazing.
It was one of our favorites. And the cool thing is there's a new series coming out on HBO this year.
That's right. And the pictures look incredible.
It looks like the video game.
Yeah.
It's insane. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
that's going to be a great.
That was one of my favorite all time too.
That's going to be a great like apocalyptic type series. In HBO,
we need to throw in a segment of like discussing.
I know there is nobody better than HBO
I agree.
right now.
They get the best producers, best writers.
It is insane.
Like Chernobyl is still one of my favorite miniseries that I've ever watched.
I'm watching Station 11 right now, which is kind of a post-apocalyptic thing as well.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. I need to check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I
have
the book.
HBO right now.
Yeah, I read the book a couple years ago, and it's kind of weird. It's a little bit of a weird post-apocalyptic series, but it's really interesting. It's like a post-pandemic
Weird
type
as
thing.
in.
It's hard to explain because like the main characters are in this like post-apocalyptic Shakespearean group where they go around and they perform Shakespeare like after the it's so weird.
That's super weird.
And it's like the way that it's produced is really you have to be paying attention.
So good with that stuff.
Oh yeah,
they could take anything and make it look good.
But it's interesting, anyways. I like it.
Station
11.
Station 11.
Really good filmmaking.
Cool.
Yeah.
I want to check it out.
Do it.
So, Catfish Jones.
Catfish Jones.
I think there's a couple Catfish Jones in here.
Oh, really?
What's your last meal? The fan has long been brown. Mm-hmm. You've been... That's the part that I was like interpreting this morning.
Oh, did you figure it out?
Yeah, I think it's what's your last... like shit hit the fan.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. What's the long been brown part?
The shit hit the fan.
Oh. It like cuts off. It's like, what's your last meal? The fan has long been brown. Oh,
well,
okay.
There's no
cut
question
out
mark.
the SHTF.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. I had to read it. Still didn't get it.
Okay.
You've been living off Mountain House eggs and then Sinbad from Shazam that never existed.
Yeah, I know.
Shows up. I don't know. That one blows my mind still.
Dude,
anyway,
it doesn't exist.
Shows up to give you one win, and it's the meal of your dreams.
Yes.
And go. What is that meal?
Okay. So for me, it's like really, really simple. It's steak and lobster.
Yeah, mine's pretty much the same.
It's so good.
Yeah.
If it's a good steak.
If it's a good steak, like I put in here, it's like salty enough. You don't need any sauces on it.
No.
That is my favorite of all time.
It is so good.
That's why I like churrasco, like Brazilian, that one. We just cook it with the Epsom salt, like mashed on it, and then you knock it off. Oh, man, so good.
Knock it off.
Knock it off. Cut it out.
Yeah. Cut it out. And then lobster, man. I don't know. I'm a lobster fan.
I still haven't freaking had lobster.
You've never had lobster?
Like I've had a little piece like somebody shared with me, but I've never gotten it for myself.
We're going to have to go get some lobster.
I know.
I don't even know if you can get it in town ananywhere, can you?
Probably.
No, you probably can.
Probably.
We're going to do it.
It's probably Schwann's.
Let's do it. The Schwann's. Do you remember the Schwann's, man?
Oh, yeah.
When
my
I was
parents
little.
still get it.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
We used to get it when I was little.
Yeah, Schwann's, man.
And the Schwann's man would roll up in his truck. Like, ooh, get some food.
When I was a kid, the Schwann's man pulled into our driveway and ran over a kitten.
What?
And it just like,
oh, no.
It just exploded.
Oh, no.
And I remember thinking, I'm like,
that's bad news.
Hope that guy gets fired. Like, freaking destroyed.
Oh, my gosh. That's bad news.
Because it probably weighs 6 tons, with all the frozen
huge,
food.
Yeah.
But, yeah, mine would be that, like, a steak and a good Coke, just a plain, simple Coke.
Okay.
And, like, I really like baked red mashed potatoes, just like whole, like buttery.
Oh, yeah.
Don't have to mash them or anything.
Okay.
That would be it. I'd be, thanks. And then I just lay down and die.
I'm sure there's other stuff, too, that I would really like, but, like, I mean, the first thing I think of is steak and lobster.
If I'm cooking on my own, I'm always like, I gotta have some steak somewhere.
I need a steak, yeah.
So
yeah, when my family's out of town, I go to the store.
If I go to a restaurant, I get a steak.
No, I go to the store, I get a T-bone, I get some mushrooms. That's like all I eat.
Oh, mushrooms!
It's
I forgot
freaking
about
steak
that.
and mushrooms. Like that is
sautéed mushrooms.
Ooh, yes.
I forgot about that.
Ooh, yes. So
I'd ask
good.
Shazam that.
Shazam.
Oh, these are good. Shazam.
Shazam. This one came from J. Corey Luth.
Sounds like a condition.
Yeah.
I lost my foot because of Jacorluth.
I got the Jacorluth. I've been working on it. What would be the one book to pack for SHTF strictly for yourself, for entertainment, keeping yourself sharp, no survival value, just keeping sane? What's your pick? Cam said Playboy.
Play girl.
Play girl. Yeah.
Got to know what to live up to.
Yeah, that's right.
You've read a lot more books.
So I guess it would have to be a fiction book because I'm just going straight entertainment. I just want a story to get like sort of lost in.
Yeah,
that's my thing.
It makes sense.
Yeah. And one of my favorite novels of all time is Recursion by Blake Crouch. It's just so freaking good. Talks about like time travel type stuff. I'm obsessed with I'm literally obsessed with time travel. I can't tell you how many novels I've read about time. Like
you
anyone,
need to figure it out.
I keep thinking like I'm gonna find the secret in one of these books. I'm gonna put them all together. I'm gonna get a board in my bedroom with some yarn, going to some things, some pictures. I've got Tesla on there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've got Marty McFly.
If you go
on
back
the
in
side.
time and you don't tell me, and you're stuck back in time, I want you to put like a couple thousand into like Bitcoin and Ethereum for me.
Okay,
we can share a little bit.
That's what
when we get to that point.
Okay, I think we'll do it.
Go find me, see what I'm doing. Tell me. It's like on the Truman Show when he's like, just remember one word, Yahoo. Remember
Yahoo? Yeah,
and he
that's
like
right,
becomes like a millionaire. Anyway,
that's
a good one. I don't read fiction. I don't read a lot anyway. If I listen to anything, it's usually like somebody's experience or survival. But I really like Beyond Band of Brothers. It's like memoirs of Dick Winters. The reason I like it is just because he goes off on just like the things he was thinking at the time and like just the brotherhood and like the feeling he had towards people and even during wartime. So I don't know. That's one of my favorites just because it's like he was going through this like hell on earth. Yeah. And he still had like emotions towards like caring for other people and helping and like taking care of his men. And I'm like, if you're in a survival scenario, probably don't necessarily want to read a book about surviving, but
I know.
But at the same time, it wasn't like
maybe
to
it
me.
Could
It's kind
inspire
of
you.
It's kind of inspiring to like, man, if they did this or went through this, I can go through this. Type of thing. Like the Endurance is still one of my favorites. The like Shackleton when they get stuck down in the Antarctica and stuff like that stuff. I don't know, just motivates me. So that's the only reason I'd say not entertaining, but motivating.
Sure. Good, I like it.
Ryan the Man Hannah.
Ryan the Man Hannah.
Ryan the Man Hannah. I'm just going on down around my Hannah.
Ryan Man Hannah going down around Man Hannah. He needs a banana. Ryan Man Hannah.
These bananas from Ryan Man Hannah.
He likes Hannah Montana.
Hey, Ryan Man Hannah. $30, $24. What bootleg movie downloads do you keep on a physical storage drive, phone, tab, or flash drive, to watch during power outages? I keep Smokey and the Bandits ready to go for any and all situations.
Smokey and the
So
Bandit.
I actually do have a hard drive specifically for, I wouldn't say bootleg.
You're right.
But I didn't pay the full American price.
Oh.
I used some sketchy Russian site. Pay like $3 per movie.
Oh, nice.
But they're in a more compact format. They're not 4K, but they're 1080.
Sure.
But I have quite a few on there. But yeah, I the Batman trilogy. I can go back and watch those all the time.
They're great.
Actually, on the way back from San Francisco, on the plane, you can access their flight movies.
Yeah,
that was one I watched. The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Days of Thunder. Original Star Wars, not all the piece of trash ones before and after.
I finally got through, like my kids and I finally watched the first 3 episodes they'd never seen.
Oh, yeah.
Of Star Wars.
Which it's helpful for the story. But
it is. It's not the best writing I've ever seen,
and
nor
acting.
the CG is bad.
Yeah.
But there's some good stuff in there.
There's some good stuff in there.
There's a few things that maybe aren't too bad.
And I always liked the new Star Treks that J.J. Abrams did.
Sure, yeah.
Anytime they pop on, I get glued to them.
Yeah.
So, yes, I do have backup hard drives of
Man, you're the
movies.
man.
Yeah.
I don't, unfortunately.
You can come over.
I could.
Oh, and I got the burbs on there,
would.
of course.
Of course, yeah. So I have DVDs, so I don't know.
I've got all our episodes from YouTube. I downloaded them, put them on there. It's like I'm watching
yourself. Watching yourself through the power outage. We're going to figure out how to get through this. I talked about it at one point.
Day 1. We're starting with the very first podcast.
The first episode. Ooh, that'd be bad. We didn't have videos of all the early episodes. Can you imagine if we did have that?
Both extremely boring to listen to and watch.
And I distinctly remember the first.
Probably been VHS.
I know. I probably would have been so long. I distinctly remember the first episode that we had a camera on, though. I was so aware of it.
We did a GoPro camera, right?
Yeah, we had a GoPro.
Yeah.
It was the SHTF Tools episode.
Is that the
I
first
remember
time?
it, yeah. And I was like, oh, crap. I don't know what to do. It felt so awkward. I did not like it. And now, obviously, it's not a big deal. But, like, at
I
first.
forget always that it's on. It's like till we start talking about something, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you're like picking his nose over there. Like,
Yeah.
oh, crap. This ain't just audio.
It's true.
But anyways, I just have DVDs, so I don't really have something.
That's going to be fine, though.
Is it? How am I going to watch it?
Can't imagine a DVD player requires much power
That's
if
true,
you have
yeah.
like a solar
Yeah.
generator.
So, I mean, if I'm going to pick like 3 movies, obviously it's going to be like The Burbs, it's going to be Back to the Future, and it's going to be The Lost Boys. Those are
That's
just my
good.
jams. Those are my jams, man. Back to the Future, every time I watch it, it gets better. I don't get it.
Which one?
Back to the Future.
They are. They're
the
all
original.
Of them. I like all 3 of them.
I do too, but the original,
Yeah.
the first one, it's perfect. It
Yeah.
is so good. And obviously with my propensity for time travel that I really like, it's like my
I'll
thing.
get off on watching that first one.
Yeah, I really do, man. Every time I watch it, I'm just like, this is so good. And my kids like it, so they'll watch it with me, you know? So,
Yeah.
And they're like, they even like
is.
the soundtrack now. Like they love
It's a great movie.
they love Power of Love. Like it's like one they love that song when it comes on. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Mm.
I'd watch all of those anytime.
Yeah, for sure.
A Very Curious Catherine.
Very cute.
Or is this you?
I don't know.
I don't know. Who cares?
Go for it.
What do you think would be the true result of a SHTF situation? Let's say something like total economic collapse or complete grid down, so massive casualties are not an immediate factor. Do you think the society would continue on trying to maintain the norm, or localized governments or organizations taking much more control, anarchy, or something in between?
Boy, that's a really...
So is it long term? Not a lot of people died. We're in the SHTF for a long period.
Yeah, that is going to
What's going to happen?
So hard to determine what, like if we knew, we would know how to prep exactly for all this stuff, but probably
That
going...
is the scarier thing is to think of a long term.
Yeah.
For
sure.
Like years
Yeah.
of being in an SHTF.
But I think it's going to probably be a mix of those, depending on the area that you live in, right?
Yeah.
You know, we've seen that places like California or Oregon are probably going to decline faster.
Yeah.
Because of the people and the way that they're governed. I'm sorry for saying that to
I
you
agree.
people there, but
I agree.
We've seen in the past those are the places that you know, kind of devolve a little bit quicker, and they have a little bit less control of those types of things.
I can't say Utah would be much better though.
It probably wouldn't.
We got a lot of like federal. I mean, like land and stuff like that.
Sure.
We have a lot of freedom
Yeah.
to do stuff on land that's not yours. Where
Exactly.
we might lose our mind.
And then, you know, if it comes down to some sort of a complete grid down situation that lasts for any extended period of time, I think all bets are off. Who knows what's going to happen?
I know.
It's so hard to know what's going to happen there because, I mean, some of the studies say, you know, if there's an EMP, the grid goes down, it's like 90% of people are going to die.
Which is crazy.
Over,
to
you know,
think.
yeah, that's insane.
That's an insane projection. It's like, holy
It is
crap.
an insane projection. So, yeah, good question, but hard to answer.
That is a hard one to answer. I go along with you. Like I think like we kind of are used to like rules, and we understand how rules like keep things safe. I feel like naturally we'll go to that.
Yeah.
But there's going to be plenty that won't, so it's just going to be kind of chaotic.
It's an opportunity for some people that really
they haven't
not
had
happy.
any organization in their life.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, this is my time to shine.
Yeah.
Let's go burn
It's
some
about
stuff.
time.
It's about time.
But yeah.
That's a good one. How about McArmsworth?
Me Charmsworth.
McArmsworth.
It's me Charmsworth.
Oh, the dog food for people who can... I don't even try that. Dog food for people. Can a guy survive off dog food?
That's a pretty good question.
It kind of is a good question. We haven't talked about that.
We
I
never
don't
really
think
have
much.
talked about eating animal food.
No. So I didn't... I mean, I'd heard people have done this.
Yeah.
And I said, well, let me just use the Google. And I went on there and I looked a few things up. So here's what I found on a website. It says, the truth is, due to the nutritional completeness of dog food, it would be an upgrade over many commonly consumed foods that people eat, such as the overly processed sugary cereals and snacks that are widely available at grocery stores that are full of empty calories. So it is edible.
Yeah.
And in some cases, probably an upgrade to many people's diets. Like what the crap we're drinking right now.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Right.
Better to eat some dog food, probably,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I also found this. Dogs require different macronutrient totals than humans. Generally, dogs require far more protein than the average modern human body would be comfortable consuming. In order to efficiently digest proteins and also bones, which are both tough to break down, dogs have stomach acid that is 10 to 100 times more acidic than a human's stomach acid.
I didn't know that.
I did not either.
The more you know.
The more you know. So probably in the short term, you could consume dog food and stay alive.
Yeah.
I don't think that I would say, well, it's cheaper. I'm just going to buy a whole bunch of Purina for my family and throw it in our bug out bags, you know?
Yeah. I got a bunch of water and Alpo.
Yeah, Alpo's that's our deal. You know, I don't know. I like Fancy Feast, really.
Cat food probably has more than dog food.
That's the most disgusting smell in the world, though.
So gross.
How could you just
you get a teeny tiny drop on your finger all day? You're like,
so gross. It's like just like a drop of gas. It's the same thing.
It is.
Like you smell like fuel the rest of the day.
Permeable too, just goes into your like skin. You're like, I can't get it off.
It's gonna like show up in blood tests and drug tests.
Like mountain lions are like,
you been near Fancy Feast? It's showing up on your blood test. You know,
your triglycerides are 16,000.
Something going on with your liver.
But that brings me to the point of like in medicine, we always worry about elderly people because they're on their own, may not have family. They turn to it. So like sometimes we look in their blood to like see where some deficiencies are. But the dog food lacks vitamin C, which is interesting. So.
You got the scurvy.
In the long term, you got scurvy.
You got the scurvy. You've been eating the
some
Alpo.
weird symptoms and deficiencies would probably start to show up long term.
Yeah. But I mean, overall, for a short-term gap, like you had a couple weeks.
If you're Daisy and going house to house, I'd probably throw some dog food in there.
Oh, yeah, grab it for sure. Just make sure it's not rancid, you know?
I think I would eat dog food over cat food, though, because of that smell.
I mean, I guess it depends on, are we talking about the dry stuff or the wet stuff?
The dry cat food I'd eat.
Yeah, for sure.
But the wet one?
It's almost like the stuff my dad, like the grape nuts. My dad used to eat that, the cereal. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's like almost like cat food. It seems like. And it's like you can't hardly chew that
freaking grape nuts.
Grape nuts.
I do not think anybody eats those straight.
My dad did.
I will pour them in there and then like 16 pounds of sugar.
Oh, yeah.
Or I'll put them in yogurt. It's like, you're not going to eat.
Oh, you got to get grape nuts and then get like a Snickers bar and break it over the top of it and a Crunch bar. That's the only way it's edible.
It's true.
You know?
So dry. Like you would soak oil up out on the driveway.
Yeah, dehydrate you if you don't drink a lot with it. It just sucks up all the water.
It is, man. That stuff is...
Clog up your colon. You got to be careful.
It's supposed to do the opposite, but doesn't.
I know, yeah.
But corn nuts. This podcast are
grape nuts.
Corn nuts are delicious.
Yeah, great. What kind of name is that, dude? Grape nuts?
I don't know.
It's the stupidest thing I've
grossest
ever heard.
thing ever when you're eating a grape. You're like,
you know,
these have
grape
nuts.
Nut. Let's call it grape nuts.
That's true.
Why are we calling it that?
These are teeny little nuts. Too small for probably grape nut.
Yeah.
Be good.
Those are great. Did you say grape? No, I said grape.
Grape nuts.
Grape nuts.
Grape nuts?
Grape nuts it is. I wrote it down. It's on the box. Send it out
probably
there.
what happened. Somebody said grape nuts. Like, you said grape nuts?
Okay. We fired Johnson, that idiot. Put grape nuts on the box, not grape nuts.
Well, it's going out like that.
Nuts are supposed to have a Z on the end, too.
Yeah. It's going to Utah.
Going to Utah. They don't care.
All Z's. Where are we at?
Drop back Durban.
Did somebody ask about grape nuts?
No, I don't know where grape nuts came from. Oh, because of cat food. It's about the same.
Somehow. Drop back Durban. Drop him back. Is he a quarterback in
five-step drop. Let's go.
I've been listening to all the old podcasts recently and heard on one when you first got the old Ford.
Oh, man.
Had me wondering, how's she doing today? Is she prepped up like a unit ready to escape the invaders in Red Dawn?
Wolverines.
It's not quite that. It's not quite.
It's doing well, though,
yeah.
right?
So it's been a slow process. When I got that truck, I had I had my eyes on it for like 3 years. Finally, the guy sold it, but it had like a bad cylinder. It was like, coughing out a bunch of smoke when I bought it. I'm like, great. So I replaced the motor. It's got a 400 in it, new block and everything. The interior, I've done the carpet in it and all the like rubber trim and stuff. The outside, I haven't done much to the body. That's the next. I got 2 brand new tires on the back. Front ones are about 50 years old.
Yeah.
Slowly
Still
coming
working.
together. But we take it up on the mountain. We went and got a Christmas tree with it this year up on, like, cut one down. And so it runs good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a little loud, needs a little more TLC.
She is kind of loud.
But yeah. I would love to think of it as my bug out vehicle, but in reality, I think it'd be rough. It'd be kind of rough.
And it doesn't.
It would go a lot of places.
Yeah.
But
It doesn't necessarily even have to be a bug out vehicle. If you think about if an EMP did happen, but we weren't bugging out, we were still staying home, at least your vehicle would run.
Yeah.
It wouldn't, you're not bugging
There's
out
not
with it.
any digital in there.
But you're driving it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And it's simple. It's a lot easier to work on. Like, you can get to everything in there.
Geez, you could sleep in the.
You really could
with the engine. So much room in there.
Smuggle all kinds of stuff. In that front engine.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It is crazy.
But yeah, that's kind of where it's at. I think the most prepping stuff that I've done to it is that Gray Man Tactical Molly paneling. Stuff's awesome because it had.
And you're getting some more. The latest battle box has some in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because
like the back panel had a gas tank mounted, so it already has the bolts. And the gas tank's gone. I have one underneath the bed like normal, but it like they perfectly bolted in the Molly webbing to those bolts that held the gas.
Oh,
so it's like,
geez, that was nice.
You don't have to. Yeah, I didn't have to drill any holes or anything. So that's like the coolest thing I have in there.
Yeah.
Everything else is just like receipts and wrappers, some gloves. It's like my dad's
fruit snacks.
It's like followed through with my dad's like farm trucks. Got balin twine. And it's like
some bag balm in the in the glove box, the jockey box,
a bunch of needles that have been like for medicine for calves and stuff, just like kicking around in there. But yeah, that's how she's coming.
Good. All right, Tony Mao says, were you both prepping individually before you two met and became friends? If so, how did you each become aware that the other was a prepper? Bonus question, what's the best crypto to get into and why is it loop ring?
Who said we're friends?
Yeah. We're just work buddies. We work together.
We do this and we never talk.
Yeah. So we both prepped to an extent. I mean, I didn't necessarily consider myself a prepper.
I didn't either.
Back then. And I was trying to think of how we sort of figured, I think it was just through the video games that we kind of figured we're into that stuff, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Survival and, video games kind of where we were like, oh, maybe we are preppers.
Yeah.
We kind of all are. If you know anybody from Utah, we kind of grew up that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I had 72-hour kids for me and my wife, and that was about it. You know?
Yeah.
It started adding water once we had kids in a house.
Yeah.
But like never gear and bug out bags until later.
Yeah.
And I think crypto, I would say Ethereum is probably the one that has the most growth potential.
Yeah.
At the price you can afford right now.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I kind of haven't followed it as closely lately.
Yeah, I'm just holding all the stuff that I have, ETH and some Bitcoin. And
drop a little teeny bit in there.
Some Cardano and a few things, but yeah, I don't know which one's best. You don't either, Tony. Nobody knows.
Loop ring, good luck.
Yep.
It's probably a good one. Who knows?
Hope it does well. Yeah. And then I'll buy at the peak and lose everything I bought. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Like, what's the one best? I want to say Bathsheba.
Shiba Inu. Bathsheba. Yeah.
That one.
Shiba Inu.
Yeah, that one took a dive after I bought some.
Oh, yeah. It happens.
You just never know.
Every time.
You just never know.
Yeah.
This is Duluz Evnesky.
Yeah, it is.
Duluz Evnesky. Greetings, comrades. I like that.
You got to do this in a Russian accent.
Greetings, comrades. I am thinking about investing some time next summer in learning myself some archery. Both for entertainment and for possible appliances in SHTF scenario. With bows being the almost silent, arrows easier made, and acquired than bullets. Oh my
You're
god!
like in and out of the accent.
I know.
Sure
what are your thoughts on archery as pepper skill? don't remember hearing a lot about it in podcast.
Dimitri. Yeah, so Cam has much more information on this than I do. So I'm going to let him answer this.
Yeah, like I think archery is a hugely important skill to learn and to learn how to hunt with, I didn't get my elk with it, but like I remember talking to you when we were filming, just like how useful the skills of like stalking the animal, like trying to be, downwind from them, and like unseen. It's like, how would all of that apply to like if you were dealing with like a hostile group? If like somebody had to do some exchange and you had to hide out in the woods, this skill would like give you an advantage. So I think it's massively important. I'd say crossbows and compound bow. If you have those and practice with them, I think it would be extremely useful. Because you don't want to be up, staying away from people and fire off, 30-06 or something. And just like,
oh well, they all know where I am. Yeah, exactly. And they're fun to shoot. It is entertainment. It's fun to do, and it's almost a little bit of a, like the few times I've done it, you have to be so focused on what you're doing. It's a little bit of a meditation almost, just like out there.
I love
flinging arrows,
Like that experience was amazing. So
yeah, for sure.
I think you definitely got a good one there, Dimitri. All
right, Jay Kellonsdale, Kellonsdale. How do you say it? I don't know.
I don't know.
He says you have to bug out with a politician of your choice. After
J.C. Elonsdale.
Maybe that's what it is. After Teddy Roosevelt, who do you choose? You got to bug out with a politician.
Oh, he said after Teddy. I didn't see that.
Yes. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go?
I mean, Winston Churchill.
Yeah, that's a great one.
He would be fun.
I guess, yeah. He was kind of overweight and fat, though.
He was, but the guy knew what he's doing.
Oh, yeah. If he had a scotch and a cigar, can you imagine sitting next to the fire with him?
Yeah, he sounds like he was pretty entertaining to be around. Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah.
That dude's smart, inventor, charismatic. Yeah. Like, he would be awesome. That'd be my two.
Okay.
Nobody of modern time.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, I got a couple of, I got one modern-ish. George H.W. Bush.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was shot down in World War II and survived, like swam like miles in the ocean.
That's true.
Like, that dude's tough. I mean, not anymore.
Nowadays, we
obviously.
don't. Yeah.
But, George H.W. Bush, that'd be a good one. And I'm going
with... he died, right?
Yeah, I'm going with Dwight Eisenhower.
Yeah.
Dude beat Hitler.
Oh, yeah.
Beat his ass.
Yeah.
With the help of the Russians. But they did it, right?
Yeah.
They got him beat.
Freaking lieutenant trained from World War I. Yeah. Like, those dudes know what they're doing.
That's just a tough SOB.
Seriously.
That dude was just tough. Cut off a pinky and just keep
wasn't
going.
It like him and like MacArthur and all those? They were all at the same time. It's like they were all bad A's, man.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And then I'm going to go with the old classic George Washington, my favorite president of all time. I love
George Washington.
Tough as damn nails.
Battle hardened.
Oh, shot off his horse like 1,000 times. Just kept getting back up and beat the British with a bunch of farmers.
Seriously.
Bunch of farmers, and he beat them.
Yeah.
Right?
You can take a prepper group, take over the United States.
Yeah.
You can do it.
I'm taking George, man.
Yeah, George is great.
Yeah, I'm doing that. So
that's a good one.
Okay.
That's a great question.
I
like that one.
Great question. Your turn.
Aaron Kraft.
He makes that mac and cheese.
Oh, I love it. Your single slices are delicious.
I'm not big on American cheese, to be honest.
I actually don't eat any of those.
I don't even like it.
The only cheese, I'm a cheese snob. And
Are you?
Like Tillamook is all I ever want.
Jeez.
Tillamook's so good.
Oh, it's good, yeah. But I'll
it's
take
a fortune, though.
The Cache Valley cheese is good, too.
Oh, that's true. I forget about Cache Valley. I should say that.
But again,
that's where my milk, our family's milk goes to.
It's good cheese.
Yeah, that is good cheese.
Do you have like a specific type of cheese? You just go with like a sharp
cheddar?
I'm
a sharp. I'm a sharp, yeah.
See, I like all types of cheese, man.
I'll eat medium. I'm not stingy that way.
See, but I'll eat the Colby Jack. I'll
Western family's gross.
Provolone. I'll eat any of it, man.
Yeah. I think I will too, honestly. I don't care for blue cheese though.
I don't much either.
It's a little too strong.
It's too strong. Like a tiny bit goes so far.
Yeah.
You get like a blue
People
cheeseburger.
It's like covered in it. You're like, whoa.
You get a blue cheeseburger at a restaurant and that's all you taste is blue cheese.
It is.
A lot of sugar got blue cheese
that's
soup.
The bottom of my cheeses.
Yeah.
But they're all great. Kraft, no offense.
Yeah, no offense.
But first off, got the at Leatherman tool Skeletool based on your recommendations. It's amazing, and I use it every day. Question: what is the best way to start prepping and not get overwhelmed? Also, how to stay in it without getting burnt out? I said, well, you got the scale tool, so you both started and finished prepping. So good job. According to Kobe, it's the best thing you could have done.
It's just a good tool.
It is.
It's a great tool. I love the scale tool.
Yeah,
no doubt. So first off, go listen to our episode on prep or burnout if you're worried about burnout. I think we had some really good stuff in there that'll help you. But
I think so too.
Just don't go crazy. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Start with one small goal a month. And then just make it fun because EDC bags, bug out bags, vehicle kits, that to me, it doesn't feel like work. It's fun to do.
Yeah.
Right. I love the gear. I love putting kits together. I love talking about it and I love all that kind of stuff. So for me, that is the kind of thing that helps me not get overwhelmed and helps me not get burnt out because it's fun.
Yeah.
Right. You got to find the things within it that you enjoy doing and make that a regular part of it, as much as you can. And don't get trigger happy and spend too much money all at once. I think that gets people in trouble too.
I do too.
And then get the family involved because if you can get the family involved, then you can kind of all do it together.
Yeah.
And it's less of a burnout.
It's super helpful to have a friend that does it too.
Oh yeah.
We'll go in cycles where I'm like, man, I just all of a sudden feel this urge to get more water. And if Kobe says that, or he's been buying a little more, I'm like, I gotta buy a little more.
Yeah, it kind of pushes you a little
You're
bit.
Like, I gotta remember.
It's kind of similar to a workout buddy a little bit because they keep you honest and they keep you. And then I'll talk about or Cam will be like, I got this really great deal on this food, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's got more food than me. I got to go get some food, And it's a little bit of a competition, but it's a good, friendly competition to keep you motivated, right?
Yeah, I think that's a huge one.
Yeah,
that one for me helps because we go in and out of it. I'm like,
oh, for sure.
I'll go weeks without doing anything prepper related, and then I'm like, man, now I got to buy a whole bunch more water. And you feel all...
And it isn't even always just buying stuff. Sometimes, it's...
Organizing is probably my biggest thing. I swear every week I'm organizing.
Yeah. Or it's a financial thing, or it's, a workout thing. There's so many different aspects to it. So just find somebody that helps push you.
At retirement, we bring that up too.
Yeah.
It's like,
exactly.
Okay, if something never happens, you still got to plan for that.
You still got to plan for it. Exactly.
So hopefully that helps.
Yeah, hopefully.
You got your scale tool that you start, you're plowing the way.
You are on your way, my friend. All right, Dylan Grafton, 13. Hey, guys. Me and my fiance are expecting a baby in April. I was wondering what essentials you guys recommend putting in your hospital bags from a man's point of view, as well as overall suggestions. Want to be as prepared as possible. So, I don't know, just get you a battle box and throw it in there, probably. Pro Plus. And that'll get you through the whole thing.
That would probably be it.
Yeah.
Just do that.
You just play with all the gear. There might be something in there help you with the birth. I don't know.
Put the hospital as your shipping address.
Yeah.
Just have a new one come while you're in there.
Yeah,
it's like two babies in one.
So Cam actually has been through this more recently than I have.
Yeah.
But I remember with our first baby specifically, just hanging around forever in the hospital room. It's like, when's this baby coming? I thought you said it hurt and it was time to go.
Yeah.
But so get yourself something to keep you entertained, like a good book, something like that. But also,
there's a lot of downtime.
But also anything that makes the wife happy, because from a man's point of view, you got to keep her happy. That's your number one job.
Yeah.
You got to keep her comfortable, happy.
She did it all.
And because she really did. And that's the thing. You're just sitting there kind of like an idiot. I can't do anything. I can't help her.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
You got to be, you're just on demand. She needs a drink. Boom. You go get that.
You got to go get a drink. You can't do none of the medical stuff.
Yeah. And I'm guessing you're just wanting some details about stuff to have prepared for while you're there, not the full-on prepper. Yeah. What if there's a grid down and I'm in the hospital? I don't think you wanted that extreme.
Yeah, bug out ambulance.
My wife, she was pretty prepared because, on our third child, it's we eliminated all the costs the hospital likes to tack on. Here's your $74 ibuprofen.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And so, some of the key things that she, I asked her, and she said, she took slippers and change of clothes, comfy clothes, notebook, and some of her own snacks, because you got to wait for,
sure,
a nurse to come in sometimes to ask for anything, or you got to go get lost in the hospital finding a drink.
She bring grape nuts?
I bet she did.
She probably had a whole Ziploc bag of grape nuts.
And then your toiletry, your toothbrush and all that stuff. And also just some just some of your own change of underwear and pads and things like that, because it's
you wearing pads?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
But like, just for your wife, like she'll probably get most of that ready, and
for
you'll
sure,
just have a book in your bag.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I'm here.
I didn't even have a change of clothes. I think I slept in the same ones.
I
for
did too.
4 nights.
I did too. I wasn't there that long, but
one key thing is like, if you have insurance or if you don't, or you're on like a high deductible, most hospitals, if you talk to them beforehand, they have like a program. Like our hospital has it's called the Stork program, and it's way less if you register before. And so they have like everything in line. They give you a discount.
That's cool.
You can pay ahead sometimes. But even if your insurance, like I don't know anybody on the planet right now that doesn't have a ridiculous deductible.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like no matter what,
it's not easy.
You're paying all this. You're probably going to pay 30% of the bill anyway, and then you've got all the like deductible to meet.
Yeah.
So yeah, ask your hospital first, and then pack some of this stuff that they like. They like to give you because it costs a fortune
for sure.
Tack on your bill.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff. I don't know.
That's a good one. Before we move on, I just want to talk about Off the Grid Surplus, Cam, real quick. Their flannels, they're fantastic. I've been wearing it like crazy. I didn't wear it today, but I can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
Those things are absolutely amazing. If you go to their website right now, they have a few things that are on sale. I always like to go check out their sale stuff because you can get some really
constantly
good deals.
Have some sales.
Yeah. So you can get their Havoc 2.0 shorts. Their shorts are freaking...
Are they on sale right now?
Yeah, $40.
I got to buy them
on the site. Then you can use our code CasualPreppers15 and you're going to get 15% off of $40. So
I know lie, I'm going to do that today.
Yeah, like seriously, freaking amazing. They have 2 sizes available right now. You have the 12-inch and the 10-inch.
Small and XXX.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, quadruple X and a quadruple small. So, but those are on sale. They actually have the women's, the Kestrel pants are on sale a little bit right now. So if you got a woman in your life,
the menstrual pants, is that what you said?
Kestrel pants. The menstrual pants. Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, there's a lot of jokes there, but I don't want to go to that area of joking right now. And then they have like some Trailblazer Pro 2.1 pants on sale too for $42.
Oh my gosh.
Dudes, you gotta go. The Hideout Denim 2.0s, $50 right now in their sale section.
I bought so much stuff on my own. Like, that's how good their stuff is.
Exactly. It's great.
It's not all sent to us.
It's not. So go check them out. Use our code CasualPreppers15. Remember, you got to add that 15 on the end now at offthegridsurplus.com.
Sweet.
All right. Alpha Musk. Not Musk.
Omega Musk.
Omega
brother.
Yes. So if you and Cam were the last 2 people on Earth, how would you repopulate?
You dirty little.
Yeah. So I said, we wouldn't. We would just.
Yeah, we couldn't. So
we would just enjoy a long, full life without people. Amen, brother.
Yep. Couldn't have said it better.
That's it.
If my wife and kids are gone, I'm not even going to try to make more.
No.
It's like
I'm not. No, it's it.
Especially if it's another male. Sorry.
I'm not even going to attempt.
It's not going to really work.
What do you think? Shall we try? Is it going to work?
We probably should try. Maybe there's some evolution going on here.
Yeah, it's like a whole Jurassic Park thing.
Despite what you people might think, we're not going to try.
Nature finds a way. The Jurassic Park thing. So I don't know, man.
That's the end.
We ain't going to
That is the end if it's just me and
the Earth is over for humans.
I'm going to enjoy all that time with no people and do whatever we want.
My last 40 years or so are going to be great. Going to be great.
Besides, don't have to worry about money.
Besides missing my
your
family.
Right.
That's it.
But you got to make the best of it.
You got to.
So you're like, I don't need money for anything.
I'll take my grieving period. You
drive brand new Ford downtown, then you take a Porsche to the steakhouse and eat all the stuff.
Try and fly a helicopter.
Yeah.
See if it works. I don't know.
You got all this freedom and you just die in a plane crash because you idiot tried to fly something.
I did this on Battlefield. I can do it. I don't know. What other kind of crazy crap would we do?
I don't know. That'd be a whole podcast. It'd be so fun.
Like, just talk about the insane stuff we would do.
Oh, man.
Just
go and try all the guns out.
For sure. Fun. Do that. Man.
You could just spend all day just wandering around Walmart and playing with stuff.
Just going through people's houses.
Just cooking.
What kind of weird shit does this guy have?
And with the stuff down in the toy section.
Just going through your neighbors' houses?
Yeah.
Like, what do you guys got in here, you weirdos?
That's
just
true.
Going through their stuff.
There's no shame in it. It's like,
no.
Well,
know?
They were kinky.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. You know?
Any of our neighbors are like, ugh.
I better think about that.
If
What
I'm
if
going
that
to die, I'm
happened?
going to burn all my gross stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. There'd be a lot of weird stuff you could do, though.
That's true, though. That would be interesting. You're like, oh, wow, I know a couple people's house I'm going to go check out.
And just drive across the country, just checking out different cities.
Yeah.
It'd
be nice to visit some of those parks with nobody in them.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's a fun time there. That's a fun time.
Man, we should do a whole episode on the crazy stuff we would do if we were the last two people on Earth, like a mindless banter.
That would be great.
Maybe we should. We should put that on the list.
Mark Cooper 2413.
Out of Coop.
2413.
2413 is Mark.
This is a paragraph. Okay. So we all think a lot about short-term and long-term survival and prepping accordingly. Get home bags, bob, maybe seeds, grape nuts. But what about the really long-term? So a total collapse, say 30 years in the future or longer.
I'm going to be 70 years
where
old.
all those lovely 25-year meals are gone. How can we prep for the long-term? And have you ever wondered in that situation where we will end up technology-wise and living-wise? Would we revert back to the historical point in time, hunter-gatherer, Viking era, Roman era? Where would you like to end up?
Where would I like to end up? This is a really hard question to answer.
That's a long time, man. If you're at a point of starting to think about that, good job.
Yeah. If you're prepping for the long term stuff,
the
seriously,
eternity prepping.
Yeah, I can't do it. I've got enough stuff to worry about for like a short term power outage.
I can't even get past the first year.
Like a 30-year, and we talked about this in an episode, the Rebuilding Society.
Yeah,
remember that
right.
episode we talked about how hard it would be to do all that kind of stuff. It would be really, really hard. But I don't have it in me to prep for that.
No,
you know what I mean? Like I just don't have it. It's not impossible, but you just really have to be like on your prepping game to be like, I got my 30-minute prep plan. I got my 1 day, my 2 week. I got my 30-year prep plan. It's too much.
Yeah,
it's too much to go. But he asked, where would I like the technology to end up?
Yeah, that's a cool question.
So I have this weird fascination with the 1950s. I don't know how this works. I don't know how we get technology back to the 1950s, but you still have some conveniences, but everything's just kind of slowed down.
Yeah.
You got radio, a little bit of TV maybe. The wife is at home when I come home all dolled up with dinner ready. I come home from work with my suit.
I know the 50s do something.
It just seems so nice.
You're born in the wrong era.
Maybe that's my time travel thing. I just need to get back to the November 5th,
I think like post World War II.
Yeah.
And like this next 10 years or so, it seems so awesome.
Oh, beautiful.
That's when everybody started building like empires,
For sure,
like the vets started building businesses that were like taking off. The economy was crazy.
Yeah.
That would be a great time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that I'd select any other. I think the early 1900s have some cool stuff. But only if you're like Wild Wild West or like
Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, no, that would be kind of cool.
But just because technology's starting to come,
but it would also
play,
suck.
It would suck because you would be like, I don't have any technology.
Yeah,
light bulbs are barely even.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I don't know, man.
The
that's
50s, tough. Late 40s, 50s. That's a great time. I've been there before. It's great.
I love it.
But yeah, I think it goes back to those primitive skills that you need to learn, like husbandry and hunting and gardening.
Wifandry, husbandry.
Yeah. You got to learn to deliver baby on your own.
You do, yeah.
But like, that's why you learn those skills, because you want to be self-reliant.
Yeah.
And if you're self-reliant, you're not relying on your 25-year, and you can go a lot longer.
For sure.
So it comes down to skills, boy.
It sure do.
Boy.
All right, this one came from Sheldon Lehman. My son is doing a podcast for a school assignment. Can you give him some pointers? What do you think, Cameron?
Well, I said you got to learn to read out loud good and speak good.
Yeah.
And somehow change your ability, like when you're in front of a mic, to like talk. It's like corrupts all of your reading skills your speaking skills. Plus, if you have a co-host, it's like 0.0023 seconds to correct your word. It's a little stressful.
It could be. I can understand that.
So I'd say no co-host.
No co-host.
It's a little easier at first.
Yeah.
It gets. I don't know how you would do it without a co-host.
It'd be so hard.
It'd be really boring.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, a few things I've learned over the years is, you got to listen to people, have that open ear to suggestions, but you just got to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I can't tell you how many suggestions we have gotten from people. It's like, you guys should really do it this way.
I know.
Or you guys should do it this way.
For you?
This thing is dumb. You should do it this way.
Let me spin the whole podcast for
and,
you.
I get it. Like, you want it to be different, but, it's our podcast.
Yeah.
We got to do it the way we want to do it. Otherwise, we're not going to continue to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially at the beginning, there were so many people who were like, why are you doing it like this? You guys should not do this.
I know.
Like,
I remember.
all the time.
Now they're just like, okay, they're set in stone.
Now they're doing what
they're
they're
not
going to do. Those idiots aren't going to change for nobody. And then take some time to find your niche. Take the time to get good audio. It's very important. And then just be consistent. You'll get through it. You'll get it done. Right?
Yeah, don't honestly play off the mistakes. I think people find it funny anyways.
Yeah, don't try and be perfect. Like we've
re-record.
I think over the 6 years or 5 years or whatever, we've edited 2 podcasts for issues.
Just
the rest of it is just us doing what we do.
Director's cut.
Director's cut, uncut, extended, unrated version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all X-rated.
Yeah.
We're on to Joshua Weishinger. Weishinger. I don't know how you say it. Most books and movies that have SHTF moments always seem to happen during times when the weather is decent out. Do you feel that it's more likely to happen during a specific season?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this
guaranteed
a billion times.
I think you have to prepare for it being in the worst time.
Yeah. I think so too, but I think that probably isn't that far off. That thing we joke about all the time, where it's going to be dead of winter, dead of summer, because extreme weather is a cause of SHTF situations. Plus, in extreme weather, people are more emotional. They're pissed off.
Yeah,
like it's cold, it's hot. I'm not happy.
Yeah,
and so it's more
winter depression's up. Stress. Yeah. Like right now, people are just stressed out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And they're just miserable. And so I think you're right. I think it's going to happen during one of those because those are the crappy times.
Oh, sure.
Plus, the elections are in November and
yeah, exactly.
going into winter.
Yeah.
The change happens in January. I think much more likely.
Yep, so I agree. Yep.
So guaranteed.
Yep. This one came from Bill Fry.
Okay, Bill.
What do you think your midlife crisis will be? I think mine will be a lifted F-150 with truck nuts.
I don't know what mine will be. I think mine will be quitting my job and just deciding if I even want to do medicine anymore.
Yeah.
Just sitting at home like, what am I going to do? Hope this podcast takes off.
It's really going to have to get going. I don't know. Maybe mine's a tattoo.
That'd be awesome.
Give me a big old "Stay Survived" on my arm, and then a flux capacitor on there somewhere.
I seriously, if I could do a tattoo and I wasn't in the profession I was in, just because it's kind of weird to hide it, and I love the sleeve tattoos, man. They're so awesome.
I've literally been thinking about it. I'm like, can I just get a tattoo?
Yeah.
Can I do it?
I think they're awesome.
It's hard in a professional setting. It's hard to do.
And I know, people think they're kind of dirty and.
I don't think they're dirty.
No, just older people. The man's trashy.
Yeah.
And they've got a Popeye one that's stretched out
a rose. This is mama on it on the chest.
You can't read it anymore. It's all
for sure.
But tattoo probably would be like a midlife crisis.
Yeah, definitely mine. Yeah.
Mine would be jobless.
My wife we were making, jokes about it because she just got her nose pierced. It's like a midlife crisis. Oh, every episode she's mad at me. I think it looks cute. She looks sexy as hell with it. So I'm all about it. So
then that's what matters.
That's all that matters is that I'm happy with it. Right?
Looks cute, but you can't touch me.
Don't touch. Just look. Don't look too long.
You're gross.
Get away.
Go you're thinking something. This gross boy stuff, aren't you?
You got boy thoughts on the brain.
Look at me. Now you're done. Now you're getting gross.
That was it. You've used up your minutes of looking.
I already know what you're thinking before you even looked at me.
Ain't happening.
Got a headache and stuff.
Remember? Always.
I'm all bloaty today.
Bloated.
We're both in trouble. We will be hanging out this weekend by ourselves.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Thomas Enos. The Book of Thomas Enos.
Thomas P. Enos.
I so hope your middle name is P.
Peter.
Mine's a P, but it doesn't go very well with my last name.
Doesn't it?
I'm just saying,
I think
it goes way better with this last
name. For sure, yeah.
Thomas P. Enos. Oh, man, that would be so good. Your parents didn't do you right if they didn't do that.
I know. It's the opportunity
No one
lost.
would ever forget your name, no matter what profession you were in.
Oh, Pete Enos. Yeah, that dude. Love that guy. Can you imagine in school? He'd be the coolest dude in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. We going to Thomas P. Enos's house. You always got off the hook parties.
Oh, man. Yeah, and I don't know if you're a churchgoer, but that would be great. We're going to hear talk by Brother P. Enos.
Brother P. Enos. He ain't ever listening again.
No, he's done.
We love you, Tommy
son of a
E. P.E.
Has Cam named the first chapter of his Get Wet with Prepping book yet?
Man, I forgot about that. I keep seeing all these. Like, Get Wet with Prepping.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I came up with a good one.
Yours
You
is a
came
good
up with a
one.
good one, too.
Yeah.
Chapter 1, the Prepper G-Spot. Yeah.
That's a good one. I just said Chapter 1, Positional Awareness.
Positional awareness.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good book. It's a good book.
Chapter 2, Anatomy of a Prepper. All right.
Yeah.
John Owen. Okay, you have a choice between living in Santa Carla with all the goddamn vampires or the quiet suburban location of Mayfield Place, Hinkley Hills, with a lovely set of neighbors who keep themselves to themselves. You have to pick one location, and you only have $100 for preps. Where you're going to live and what you're going to be buying.
I'd obviously go with Hinkley Hills.
Well, yeah, I mean...
What I'm used to, kind of.
For sure. Like, well, I mean, except for the murderers next door.
I don't know if my neighbors right now are murderers or not.
Yeah, I think
Wouldn't doubt it.
Danny's got some people in them trucks somewhere.
Yeah, he probably could.
Yeah.
Go throw them in the mine somewhere.
Yeah, he's got, that's a great idea.
He's got a good hiding spot.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I had to go with, prepping wise, it's had to be Hinkley Hills. You don't have immediate danger of vampires all the time, like you do in Santa Carla, right?
And the murders are trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, they're trying to be
about
stealthy. They weren't just yelling it out the window.
Right.
We're murderers. So myself as a neighbor, I'd never go over and intentionally talk to anyone anyway, so I'm pretty sure the danger for me is low.
Yeah.
But it's more fun to talk about living in Santa Carla, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to keep it close to the original script, how it went down. I'm hiring the Frog Brothers. They're going to come over and they're going to do their thing, right?
Sure.
You spend a little bit of money on some garlic, a little bit of holy water, get some
Faster
sharp
bike.
Yep, bike.
I can't beat your bike.
Can't beat your bike, man. Make a few sharp steaks, and then just invest in some really good window and door locks. Because they would have had that. Them windows just kept plopping open.
True, huh?
Constantly. I'm like, gosh, shut your window, get a good latch.
That's a good movie. I haven't seen that in a while.
Dude, it is so good.
What's the little horn on the truck
Oh, yeah.
when you blast through?
Yeah. Anyways, great movies.
Yeah.
Great question.
Yeah. Great locations.
Oh, yeah.
Glenn Burmel. I have been working on my water skills and want to know which would you prefer? One large storage container that is heavy for moving around, or smaller 5-gallon containers that could be moved in case of bugging out? As always, stay survived. I'm going with the 55 gallons or bigger tanks just because you're most likely to bug in. And that space saving, man. Water sucks.
Dude, it does.
It takes up way too much space.
It does.
So even though it's a big one location, it's like try and put 55 gallons of small jugs in the same location.
It's a lot of gallons.
Takes a lot of place.
Yeah. So I think, honestly, you got to have both.
Yeah.
I don't think you can just do one. So you got to have that big one because, again, how do you store enough water without using one of those big suckers? You can't.
No.
You just can't do it.
Meet your family's needs for 2 weeks. You got to have a big one.
Yeah, but I do
Gotta have
love
a big old one.
Yeah, I do love the gallon and the 5-gallon containers because they're easily moved. I really love the 5-gallon ones. I actually bought a couple of.
I have like 4 of those.
Like the military ones. So I've got 2 of those. So I can just throw them in the truck.
Oh, yeah, you have the nicer ones.
I can just throw them in the truck.
I just have like the one handle.
Oh, those are good too.
5-gallon.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They're great.
They're square. They kind of.
Yeah.
I wish those water.
Square. You're such a square.
I wish the water bricks weren't as much as they were because they would be so nice.
It would be nice.
But yeah, that's a good question.
Gotta do both.
I like it.
I do too. Josh Daniels. Why don't people invest more in wool blankets? All the talk of light packing or ultralight hikers, and then when preppers, it's almost barely talked about.
We've mentioned it quite a few times.
We have, yeah. We've talked about it frequently.
That's a good point. I received 2 in different battle boxing. And I ended up buying an additional one when we went to the PrepperCon.
Yeah.
Because they're so nice. Like
They really are.
They're warm. They're thick. Like you can wrap crap in them. You can wrap a body in them. But like picnicking is what I end up using them for the most.
I do
Just
too all
like
the time.
you can throw it over like alfalfa, stems, and you would still be comfortable sitting on it.
Corn stalks.
Yeah. Seriously, like
Yeah, they're good.
They're so nice.
And they're warm, man. That's why I keep one in my truck all the time. What if my truck breaks down in the middle of the winter? I got to keep warm.
Yeah.
And that's going to do it.
Even if you're crawling under it to fix it, it's like
For sure.
It's super nice to have them.
My truck don't break down.
No, it's true.
I
That's
got a
true.
Ram.
I live under mine. Might as well put a steering wheel down there.
Might as well. Yeah, I can fix it while I drive. More efficient.
Scraping my back on the
Changing
road.
oil while I go down the road.
Pretty cool. 2 spots. Nick Barkle.
Yeah, they probably call him the dog.
Yeah.
Barkle.
If you could prep any type of food without worrying about it going bad or its nutritional value, what would you prep? I might do a gluttonous amount of Coke and macaroni.
Nice.
That's a great one.
It is. Yeah, I'm going with steak.
Yeah.
I don't care. If I could have steak
know.
all the time,
I
I'll
just
live.
feel so satisfied with steak. Like
I do
you don't have hunger for like 24 hours.
Yeah. Your colon gets all clogged up with that stuff, and you can keep it for later.
Farts are all reesty.
It's great, man.
Yeah, I like the steak. I'd probably go with that too all day long, and I'd probably drink Coke all day long if there was no problem with it.
Yeah, I would too. You're right. I
It's
would
delicious.
Too. Yeah. C.E. Martin. Which would you rather have, a knife that never needed sharpening or a lamp that never ran out of fuel?
Yeah, this one was tough,
dude.
I thought about this one over and over. I'm like,
yeah. So I guess you have to. Is it? I only get one or the other.
That's what I was thinking.
Do you know what I mean?
I was thinking that's you get one or the other.
Because if I could still have the knives that I have, I'm going with the lamp.
Me too.
Because a lamp that never runs out of fuel, you don't have to worry about charging it. You don't have to worry about plugging it in. You don't have to worry about
heat from it.
Yeah, it's just you just always have light.
Yeah.
I have a ton of knives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But if you had one or the other, man, it's still
yeah,
tough. Still
one or
tough.
the other.
But I'd probably go with the knife then.
Yeah, I think
because
you'd
it's
have
more
to.
of a multi-tool,
Right.
But yeah, that was a good question because I was like,
it's hard.
Next time, clarify, okay?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Very tough.
Trisha Glass.
Ew.
Pepsi or Coke?
That's stupid. Coke. All day long. Does anybody pick Pepsi?
I'm surprised she even asked.
I know.
If she's listened to anything else.
Come on.
We talk about Coke all day.
Coke all the way.
I don't even really care to have a Pepsi. Like,
no.
If it's like there's a pop in the fridge and I'm really craving one and it's Pepsi, I'm like, I don't
crave one anymore.
I don't.
It's funny because I
Dr.
grew up
Pepper,
on Pepsi.
I also don't like.
My dad drank Pepsi growing up.
Did he?
Yeah.
My dad was always a Coke drinker.
That's the way he is. Why the way he is, probably. But yeah, I always had Pepsi growing up. And then like one day I was like 15, I remember, and I got a Coke, and I'm like, what the fudge have I been doing? Why have I been drinking Pepsi?
I know. It's
not
the
that I
original
haven't
formula, man.
Not that I haven't had a Coke before, but just one day I'm like, why do we always have Pepsi in our house?
True.
This is stupid.
True.
Coke is so
My
much
dad
better.
had Coke or RC Cola.
Oh, the RC Cola is delicious.
RC Cola is really good.
I will drink RC Cola all day long.
Didn't you say it's like 10 times the sugar or something?
I don't care.
It's
I don't
like
know.
20 grams more.
Probably, but it's so good.
Yeah, that's why it's coming back too.
Is it?
You can get it more.
Yeah, I love RC Cola.
Yeah, RC Cola is good. Or is it? Yeah, it's that one. But yeah, Coke. I mean, easy.
Yeah, that's not even a hard question.
Yeah.
It's easy. Well, that's everything, guys.
Yeah.
But
Any questions stand out?
No, you're
you?
the guy. You're the guy. I'm giving it all to you.
Oh man,
Okay,
that's
so you
a
get to pick
tough
the question.
one. I have two in mind.
Okay, which ones do you have in mind?
Drum roll, please. Drum roll. I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna go with. Oh, where is it? Let me find it.
Okay.
Give me 5 seconds here.
1, 2,
Man, that's tough.
3,
These are all great questions. It's so hard.
4,
I'm trying to find it.
5.
Where was it? It's the
Cameron.
I'm gonna go with my boy Dimitri.
Dimitri. Oh crap! He probably lives in Russia. You want me to send it to Russia?
Oh crap!
I
he
probably
does.
can't do that. Pick another one.
That's true, Dimitri.
Sorry, Dimitri. I'm not doing it. You did a good job though.
Yeah. Gosh dang it. The other one I'm trying to find here. It was the one that talked about. It was a question on. Sorry about this, everybody.
Do you want me to pick? Huh?
Oh my gosh, I can't find it.
You can't find it.
I had it marked too.
Did you really?
I wonder if it deleted it.
But
I like the one I probably spent the most time thinking about because it was a good question is that second to last one was C.E. Martin.
Okay.
So the knife and the lamp was a great question.
All right, C.E. Martin, you're the winner.
Okay.
So go ahead and shoot us a message either on Instagram or shoot us an email at casualprepperspodcast@gmail.com with your information, and I will send off your Gray Man Briefing subscription and a couple of stickers.
Nice.
Right to your home.
Get you in your house.
Get you in your house. Right next to your lamp and your
Seriously,
knife.
Yeah, I was going to say who was a runner-up, but I can't even find it.
I think the runner-up was the Hinckley Hills.
Yeah, that was
just because
I like the politician one too.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Dang, sorry, they're all so good.
CE,
so hard.
CE, you done one, so send me a message, all right? Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Make sure to follow us, subscribe, all the places that we are, and stay survived.